Hey, it's studio time. The Locals Lounge at Radio 94.9. Send your band submissions to Nate at radio949colorado.com.
And welcome back to Studio 94.9. It's the Locals Lounge at Radio 94.9. My name's Nate Wild once again, and I got our guests joining me today, Ryan, Barry, and Stu from the 14ers. Welcome, guys.
Hey, Nate. How are you?
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming. Now, if you would, 1, 2, 3 of you introduce me and the listeners to the 14ers. You know, how you got your start, your sound, that sort of thing.
Okay, cool. I'll start. This is Ryan. I've been fortunate enough to live around this region of Colorado all my life for the most part, and I've been playing music for quite some time, and I've crossed paths with some of the other folks that I get to play with in the band. And when the time came to make the 14ers, it was the fall of 2012, and I called my friend Barry, who's here today, and we had been intending to hook up for a music project, and the time to do it was then. And Stu, who's here today, also joined up, and we did, I think one of our first main shows was at the Mish in the fall of 2012. We did a show with ALO from Brushfire Records, and that was a lot of fun. Just the three of us that time, and since then we've been playing all the great places that you know and love here in northern Colorado, and we even have a couple other people playing with us, Paul and Jacob, but they're not here today. So Barry, Stu, anything to add to that?
Ryan and I first met, we were playing in two separate groups, both playing down in Old Town, and we started talking between the sets and realized we had some pretty common interests, but then I didn't hear from him for a while, so I thought he forgot about it.
Like 6 years or something. A lot of time went by.
A long time.
Yeah, I saw him playing. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. We got to play together.
And then I didn't hear from him. And then, he called me out of the blue, and it took me a while to dust off the cobwebs and realize, that's Ryan. I remember he and his brother and how awesome it was. So I wouldn't say he pulled me out of retirement, but it was a great call, and since then it's been a great experience.
Nice. That gives me hope, because I have said that to all kinds of people. Yeah, we get together and jam, man.
Yeah, sure.
So I just need to wait a few more years, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
and then it'll come to fruition. I'll have some cool band.
Yeah, the good thing about it nowadays, it's like the email is in there somewhere. It's not, as long as you get some sort of contact. That's what I did. Literally 6 years later, I'm like, Barry, what was his? And I searched in my Gmail, and maybe he still has this address. And that's how it started.
Better than a napkin,
That's right. Yep.
In a landfill somewhere.
Yeah, I take pictures of every single thing imaginable now because I lose physical pieces of paper instantly, but I'll reference photographs of receipts or phone numbers for years to come. So there's hope, man.
Yeah, I like it. Sweet. Well, cool. What do you say we play some music?
Great.
This first one's called Westbound. Can you guys tell me about this tune?
Yeah, it's funny because I kind of started writing this song when I was the furthest east I'd ever been in my life. I was in Africa leading a trip, about to do a Kilimanjaro trip, and sometimes things just kind of hit you, and I remember pulling out my cell phone and sitting in some corner of this hotel's stairway and started writing this song called Westbound. But the idea about it was all of us right here in the Front Range of Colorado. For me anyway, when I have a spare weekend, it's like always gearing up to head west, whether that's to stop at the ski slopes and do some skiing for the weekend or continue on to Moab and do have some fun out there, or to make it all the way to the ocean and play some music out there. We've played in California quite a bit.
Nice.
So the idea is just just going west, adventure, and letting loose a little bit.
Nice. I like it. Well, once again, the 14ers are joining me in the studio today. It's Ryan, Barry, and Stu. This is called Westbound. Take it away.
1, 2.
Road trip, it's been too long. You're kissing my lips. We're up and gone. You wanna play? I'm game, so say no more. My heart roars as we race out of town. Whatever's in store, you know that I'm down. Let's go and play. I'm game, so say no more. Let's turn up the music, roll the windows down. We are westbound. Yeah, all the adventures are only half planned. We are westbound. Feet on the dash, smile in your face, ripping up the pass on a scenic byway. I'm feeling strong, let's keep on all night. 'Cause I love to look out at the stars from the bucket seat of a midnight car, humming tread and our own glowing red tail lights. Let's turn up the music, roll the windows down. We are westbound. Yeah, all the best adventures are only half planned. We are westbound. Yeah, we've got maps and cameras, we've got bottles and cans. Heads will hit the mountains, tails canyonlands. You say you want every day to matter. Yeah, you want to color outside the lines. So let's get a good punch in online and smile the whole damn time. I said let's turn up the music, roll the windows down. We are westbound. Yeah, all the best adventures are only half planned. We are westbound. We are westbound.
Yeah. Westbound, the title of that tune. The 14ers are with me today at Studio 94.9, the Locals Lounge at Radio 94.9. Nate Wild once again with you. Now, you seem like a bit of an adventurer. You were talking about, Ryan, I'm talking about, going to Africa and, you know, obviously traveling around the U.S. Where's the 14ers come from? Because obviously it's a big, tall mountain, correct?
Yeah.
Tell me where the name came from.
Yeah, great question. You know, I was writing some songs. This was even before I called Barry up, and one thing I knew, and I don't hold this against anyone who does it a different way, but I did not want to have it be Ryan Kirkpatrick because I knew one of my goals was to play with other like-minded people,
Especially when it's not your real name.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's my my given name by the government for it. No, I'm just kidding. No, but you know, if you're standing up on a stage with talented friends, I hate to finish a song and go, "Hey, thanks, we're Ryan Kirkpatrick." And for some reason, it just I didn't want it. And
I get you.
Yeah. So speaking of adventures, I work with a nonprofit group out of Fort Collins, and I guide a lot of trips. Photography, skiing, Kilimanjaro trips, and also a lot of 14ers hiking trips and other hiking trips. And on one of these hikes, I was leading a group, and I kind of just, you know, when you're hiking on a trail for all day long, your mind wanders, and I start thinking of song ideas and that sort of thing. So I was guiding this 14ers hiking trip, and we made it up above tree line, and it was just really calm and peaceful and gorgeous. And it's funny, I was thinking, this is like perfect. I never want to go down from 14,000 feet. I just love, 14ers. I just love 14ers. And I'm deciding whether to go slightly negative with it or not. I realized only in a different interview a little while back that what happened next was someone got a stray cell phone signal. And it went from everyone just being super happy to listening to this person retell the news story. And the night before was the movie theater shootings here in Colorado. Yeah. And all of a sudden the mood just absolutely changed, and we just sat there in silence looking down on, beautiful Colorado.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking about how awesome it was in the moments leading up to that. And I go, you know what? the 14ers. That would be a perfect name. Just, kind of singing songs that are outdoor inspired, Colorado inspired, focusing on the good things in life when we can.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I would like to do. So I was working on a song called Get Some at the time and decided, let's call it the 14ers.
I love that. That's
Yeah.
awesome. I mean, it's so strange. I mean, the way that story kind of came about,
Yeah.
It's so cool that you were so inspired at that moment, and yet you have this just crazy, super sad twist of this story. But
I think it's only the second time I've ever even thought or thought about that or said it out loud. But and it's great here in Colorado when we play. The further away we get from Colorado, the more people are like, so why are you the 14ers?
Yeah.
Are there 14 of you? Do you have a horn section? Are you 14 years old? Like, what's the deal with it? So I definitely like playing in Colorado where they get it.
Right.
But there's a bit of intrigue no matter where we play.
That's interesting. I never thought about that. You play in like Orange County or
Exactly.
you're in Florida or something.
What's
What
the
the hell is that?
14ers?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Huh. That's stuff you just don't think about.
Yeah, and I tend to overthink everything. So I at the time right away, I talked to these guys, and then I met with Julie from at the time Spokesbuzz, and she's a marketing genius. And I said, can I do it as the 14ers? What if it's sometimes 3 of us, sometimes 5 of us, sometimes 1 of us? And luckily around here we have some great resources. Like this radio station and so many other great music supporting organizations, and they kind of said, yeah, you can do it. It's the 14ers. That'll be cool. And so there it was.
Nice. I love it. Well, cool. Let's hear from the 14ers now. What do you say? Another tune here?
Yeah.
I'll Still Be Here. This is actually the first tune I played from you guys. It was a couple months ago, I think.
Cool.
And you sent me the song, and I played it. Tell me about this song, if you would.
Yeah, so this one, again, I guide a lot of hiking trips, photography trips, and I wind up with a few days off in these amazing places, and so I'm really, I'm always trying to convince my friends and family to call in sick to whatever their obligations are and just go hang out with me for a few days in between these trips. And something I'd wanted to do is write a kind of a guiding song, but I hate cliche sort of things, so I just, you start writing it and you're like, oh, I'm a tour guide, blah, blah, blah. And so I tried to approach it differently. I was down in the Needles District in Canyonlands, one of the most remote places in the United States, the last named mountain range, the Henry Mountains there, the last area to be mapped in the U.S.
Wow.
Just out in the middle of nowhere, just me and my guitar for a couple of days, and wrote this song. It is about kind of being in beautiful places, sometimes being alone, but just enjoying that weekend is kind of what influenced that song. And of course, thinking of all the great parts that would fill in the gaps beyond me and my acoustic guitar, and that would be Barry, Stu, and beyond.
Yeah. Well, very cool. Once again, I got the 14ers with me. This is called I'll Still Be Here. Take it away.
Picture 10 for 2 when I am on my own. In case you find and wanna lay beside me, so I'm not alone. Stranger things have happened, and I know you're nowhere near. But if you change your mind by Sunday, I'll still be here. Between tours now, I've got 2 days to kill. I thought I saw you in Chester Park, and then on Elephant Hill. These things tend to happen, and I know you're nowhere near. But if you change your mind by Sunday, I'll still be here. Whoa. Still be here. Whoa. nowhere near. But if you change your mind, by Sunday I'll still be here. I'll still be here. Well, here I go again, living a good life. And I am so good at saying goodbye. But the night is lonely, even in paradise. I mean, it sure would be nice if you would change your mind. I'll still be here. I'll still be here. I'll still be here. I'll still be here. I'll still be here.
Yes. I'll still be here. The title of that tune. It's the 14ers joining me today. Ryan, Barry, and Stu, Studio 94.9. Now we've got 3 out of 5 of the guys in here.
Yeah.
Kind of the three first guys though, right?
Yep.
Right.
Okay. So tell me about some of your influences as a musician, like personally, not necessarily as like this band goes, but just from a personal level. We'll start with Stu.
Yeah, this is Stu. I'm a bass player, and I would say I just love singer-songwriter kind of stuff. A lot of bass players like myself have a varied background. We play just about any kind of music a lot of times.
Yeah.
But this kind of music is really just, it just goes directly into me. And Ryan's a great songwriter. Just love to develop songs with him and play them and perform them. It's really rewarding. So.
Okay, cool. So you kind of developed your style from that kind of genre.
Yeah, I mean, I played rock and roll, country, some reggae even.
Yeah.
All
right.
Multifaceted.
Nice. And Barry, how about you?
Yeah, I'd say I also really appreciate the talents of a good singer-songwriter, and Ryan certainly fits that bill. And being around not only great songwriting, but having the space to kind of create your own and use your own influences in the songs as they're being created is pretty important. I grew up in Texas, and so the Austin blues scene was a big influence for me, but it sort of became repetitive for me, and not that I don't love it, it's just it sort of pulled me in a different direction than I really wanted to go musically. So, I enjoy the rootsy part of it, and just being able to strip it down in some venues like the radio station and playing just light and almost next to nothing, and at the same time the next day being able to play as loud as you want. So
right.
it's kind of cool that way.
Very cool. All right. And Ryan, how about you, man?
Yeah, if I can't say any really single interests. I mean, I could, but I will say that my favorite thing is I like to listen to a ton of different styles of music, and I think one of the fun things about this band is everybody. There's some overlap in the circles if this was some sort of chart and you were, deciding where we all overlapped. But everyone has their own tastes, and I think they bring a little bit of that in, and that's pretty fun. It makes it really hard to pick a cover song if we're ever going to play a cover song.
Right.
But it's cool because everybody kind of has a type, a style of music that speaks to them a little bit more, and they bring that in, and then when we mix together, it's just fun for me. I always when I write, I like to leave space because these guys are awesome, and then they help write the songs and create the songs, and you get all these different influences. So for me, it's just everything. I'll let anything in.
Yeah, I like that. It's so cool when a band like that. I've been in a couple where just the people are so different from their backgrounds are so
Sure.
different, and it really, when it all comes together, and there's, you obviously need that chemistry, but when it comes together and the different influences all come together, it makes this cool weird thing that you never, that didn't
Exactly.
ever exist before.
Yeah,
honestly,
yeah. Throw in any different ingredient.
Yeah.
Come up with something fun.
Totally. All right, let's play the last tune. It's called Bikes. Can you tell me about this tune?
Yeah, it's a little bit self-explanatory. It's not a song about safety of bicycle riding. Actually, it was started by a couple of friends of mine, Matt Jennings and then his brother Mason Jennings, and they had this idea of they just had this one line actually, and it was this is a song about riding bikes drunk as hell late at night, and then I started adding words to it, and I go, this is a Colorado song. This is a 14er song. And so we finished it up, and now it's like this.
I like it. Very cool. All right, once again, I got the 14ers with me, Ryan, Barry, and Stu. This is called Bikes. Take it away.
This is a song about riding bikes, drunk as hell, late at night. This is a song about riding bikes, drunk as hell, late at night. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. We'll tour every brewery in this town. Wheels up, pedals down. We'll tour every brewery in this town. Wheels up, pedals down. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. This is a song about riding bikes, drunk as hell, late at night. This is a song about riding bikes, drunk as hell, late at night. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. The ride home takes twice as long, swerving wild, singing this song. The ride home takes twice as long, swerving wild, singing this song. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. This is a song about riding bikes, drunk as hell, late at night. This is a song about riding bikes, drunk as hell, late at night. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Cool. Bikes was the title of that tune. Got the 14ers with me, Ryan, Barry, and Stu. So tell me, what's next for the 14ers as far as any gigs coming up, recordings, anything like that?
Yeah, actually, the most fun thing for us a lot of times is making new music, and we're going to be doing that next week through this, last week of March, and that'll be really fun. We're going to do 3 songs here in Fort Collins at the Blasting Room Studios with my friend Andrew. And we're really looking forward to that. And
Nice.
then April comes around pretty quickly, and we're playing a Earth Day Festival show at Colorado State University on April 21st. That starts at 10:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, wow.
Yep, if you're looking for an excuse to have a beverage and enjoy some music at 10:30 in the morning, that's your excuse for April 21st.
I like it.
And then the following weekend is FOCO MX, which is of course a wonderful festival and opportunity in northern Colorado, and we love to bounce around all weekend and listen to other bands. That's my favorite thing, and just talk with everyone else who's cruising around listening to music. Our set is actually pretty late on Saturday night, April 28th. We play at 11:45. We start through 12:30 at Scrumpy's in Fort Collins. And then that next day on Saturday, we're going to be playing at New Belgium. For anyone who's not a night owl, we'll be playing from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. at New Belgium on April 29th, and that's great. You can bring the kids and the dogs and hopefully enjoy some sunshine and music.
Some day drinking.
That's right. A theme here. Yeah.
I love it. Cool. Well, thank you guys so much once again for coming in, sharing your music with us, and sharing your stories.
Well, thanks for having us, and thanks for all you do, Nate, for the scene here, including this locals programming. You're a hero, and you might not even know it, but we really appreciate it.
Wow, thanks, man.